Hey guys, it's Caleb with Stain and Seal Experts and Expert Stain and Seal. Today, we're going to learn how to stain a deck with metal spindles the easy way. All the time on the internet, we see people staining decks with metal spindles, and they spend lots and lots of man hours masking these spindles off. So if you'll hang out to the end of the video, we're going to show you the fastest way on the planet to get this job done without masking these at all. So the first thing we've got to do, we've got to get our materials ready to go. Today we're using Stain and Seal Experts Sequoia deck stain. It's a great color, very popular on the West Coast. And we've got a drill to mix with. We've got a really nice paintbrush and just a few little hand tools to get the job done. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get our handrail prepped. We're going to pull the post caps off. These are metal post caps, and they're made by Fence Armor. These are made in America, which I really like, and they fit on any size fence post, so they're really cool. They're powder coated. They're made of steel and zinc, and the zinc actually comes from right here in Tennessee, just a few miles up the road from us. And they're a great post cap because a couple reasons. One, you can put any type of finial on the top that you want, and they've got a whole offering of finials that you can use, or you can go with a standard flat cap. And they have the patented cap claw in here. And what that allows it to do is it allows this post cap to work on any size fence post, from a 3.5 all the way up to 4 1/8. And those in the Pacific Northwest, they get a lot of the 4 1/8 post, and they're really hard to find a cap for, but these will work. And so the cool thing is they're so easy to put on. You don't have to screw them on or nail them on. You just simply take them out of the package and you put them on the post, and there it is. They're on there. So really easy installation, made in America, and they're cheaper than wood post caps. So check them out. I'll put a link up on the website if you want to check these out. All right, we've got all our tools ready, and again, we're using this Expert Stain and Seal here, made by Stain and Seal Experts. It's a deck stain. The reason we use this stain is because it's a penetrating oil, and it's really important that you get a really good penetrating oil to condition wood. Once you cut the tree down, all the natural oils inside dry up, and then that's when you start getting cracking, warping, checking, twisting, things like that. And if we can keep this wood moisturized, it's going to eliminate all that, and it's going to keep it looking really natural. We don't want a stain that's going to peel off or crack or chip or look like a plastic coating on top. We want something that looks beautiful and natural. You paid extra for the cedar wood, you might as well preserve it and make it look like what it is. So if you want to check this out, we put 1 cc of stain on this piece of cedar, and we cut it in half, and you can see the penetration that we get just from 1 cc of stain. So that will help illustrate what this stain does and how it dives into the wood instead of sitting on top. So first thing we're going to do is get this thing open, and we want to really do a good job of mixing it up. Today we're using a drill mixer here, and it's just going to get all the pigments up off the bottom of the bucket. And then we're going to use a nice little wool a China hair brush. It is raining today, and so normally we would be filming this video outside, but the good news is this stain, it is a ultra low VOC, so there's almost 0 VOC in it, so there's no smell, no odor, and so it's really not a problem to use it indoors. All right, today we're going to use just a China hair brush, and I'm going to get that ready. And instead of masking these spindles, we're just going to be real careful to stay away from them. And if we get a little bit of stain on them, it's not going to be a big deal. We can just wipe them off. These penetrating oils, they just don't stick to metal surfaces. So if it's a non-porous surface like glass, metal, plastic, if we get to it pretty quickly, we can just wipe things right off. So this works for gate hardware, for metal spindles, for things of that nature. You get stain on it, you just wipe it right off. It's really important to get the end grain when you're doing things like this, because the end grain is just like a straw. It really will suck and absorb water and moisture up into there. So the end grain is something you want to pay extra special attention to. Runs and drips, no big deal. Just smooth them out and they'll go away. This stain is so easy to use. You don't have to worry about the stuff that you have to worry about with most other brands, because these problems will just resolve themselves. Self-leveling, No lap marks, no runs. So we really like it because it's hard to mess up. We're about halfway through here, and as you can see, we've got some stain running on the spindles. We've got a few drips. With most stains, that's a big problem, but with this brand, it's just not. With Expert Stain and Seal, it wipes right off, which is a really, really great feature because accidents happen. And if you're clumsy like me, you're probably gonna spill a drop or two. But the good news is, it comes right off. All right, looks like I've got it finished. Pretty easy. Stain went on really nice. It's still wet, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple minutes and just take a regular cloth here and just wipe down anything that I got stain on, and then we'll be finished. The great thing about a penetrating stain like this is if you get too much on the surface and it just won't penetrate, you can just wipe it off. So we're gonna get our post caps popped back on, nice and easy. And there it is. That is the fastest way to stain a deck with metal spindles. No masking, no crazy prep work. So if you've got a contractor and he's using Expert Stain and Seal and he's not masking, don't freak out. He knows what he's doing. He knows he can wipe his spindles right down. It's an easy thing to do, and it's available. This stain's available in 18 colors, and it's good for fences, decks, siding, anything like that. Anything you want to put it on, it does a great job. So check us out. If you want to get this stain, it's available at retailers all across the US and Canada, or you can get it at the expertstainshop.com. Thanks, guys.